Hello everybody, Crewside here. I wanted to make a video about the polls up on game.eoserve.net, the website right now by Sausage. And they're basically for your input on what should be added in or taken out of the game. And they are currently locked. They've all been voted in. Yes, I know some people might be like, oh, you should have linked us to it or whatever. Well, snooze you lose, sorry. But I just wanted to make a video discussing my thoughts on it because some people asked me if I could do that. So, here's going to be my thoughts on each individual poll up right now. The first one is, should a level 50 cap be introduced? 71.4% yes, 28.6% no. A 66.7% at least is a yes. Like, that means, like, it'll basically happen. Or it'll be considered to pass anyway. Not necessarily like it will happen just because it got the vote. It'll just be considered. And most people are voting yes on a level 50 cap. I also would vote yes on this. I think this is a good idea, so there's not that one, like, a level 89 person sitting around there just doing so much damage. Like, how are you able to even get up to that level without autoing anyway? That's very, very difficult. I don't even see the point. How could you do that? So I don't see a problem with putting a cap on there. I don't see why you want to be any higher level, because eventually you'll just be too strong. Everything will be super easy for you and just look like a tool. So I don't see the point to that. Should Hall of Pain be removed? Yes is a 43.8% and no is 56.2%. I voted yes on this as well. I thought the Hall of Pain should be removed because it's annoying. I don't like it. Lets people find items that are supposed to be for events. That's how I saw them anyway. They're event items. It's just a place with a mixed match of all these, like, strong monsters that just thrown into one area, and then it gives you cosmetics. It's like, I just think it's so stupid. I don't like the Hall of Pain. Never liked it. I don't like how you can get devil costumes from there. I wish there'd be useful items, not cosmetic items from that place. I just don't like it. It's just the opposite Overlord. It's just opposing whatever, and just copied with more damage and stuff. It's stupid. But it looks like most people don't want it removed, so I'm not in the majority on that. But that's why I wish it would be removed. Should Baru Taylor return? 89.3% yes, 10.7% no. I am kind of indifferent about it. I would say yes, I guess, and it looks like everybody's leaning towards it, so should be a way to get Barus. I guess the only people who didn't vote were the people who had Barus and didn't want anyone else to get them, probably, but yeah, you can't really get Barus anywhere else except for the Christmas doll event thing, but that's not till Christmas, so I don't know. So yeah, it was that whole Baru flock thing. I don't even remember what you needed to craft them anyway, but should dark robes become the male counterpart to white robes? Yes is 90.9%, no is 9.1%. Basically, it's a flat out yes. I don't see why not, because there's white robes that you craft and they're rare and cool to have in their lore from Marvel Shop, and then the dark robes, you just buy them at Avon Store, so yeah, I don't see why not. There should be a counterpart to it. Should rare lore items be given away at events? Yes, I voted yes. The 85.5% and then a 14.5% no. 85.5% is yes. They should be available through events, and that's what they were always event through, and that's what makes them so rare. You can't just go, oh, I'm just gonna go get one right now. The Hall of Pain, let me just check in the chest and get one. It's not like that crap. It's just, it's very, very simple. It's rare. You have to go into an admin event. You have to be at the right place at the right time. There's a lot that goes into it. Should rare tradable items be given away at events? Like a rapier, glasses, oblin. I say yes, because there's no other way to get them, so why would you not put them in there? You know, put use to them. It's 83.1% yes and 16.9% no, so most people are voting on that. Should Elder Robes become an obtainable item? 74.0% yes and 26.0% no. And I think they should be, and he even changed the stats on it. They would be available to do some sort of quest and be crafted through some already really good item, something like that. So yeah, so it's not just an admin item. So what's the point of admin only items? I don't know. That'd be cool. It's like a really, really rare, awesome item that has really good stats or something. Not quite as good as what they originally had for the admins, but still very good. How should experience / drops between non-party members be shared? 2.6% votes last hit. 3.9% votes last most damage, 82.9% votes fair share, and even share is 10.5%. Fair share being, as it reads, experience and chance of the drop is assured to each attached based on the % of damage they inflicted. So if a player does 60% of the damage, they get 60% chance of receiving the drop, and they receive 60% of the experience. I think that's an ingenious idea, and I'm pretty sure that's already what's happening in the game right now, and I really like that system. Last hit is stupid. You know, you could be doing all the work, and some noob comes by, boink, and just hits it, or some jerk comes by. I remember opposing a long time ago when we were all spending so much time fighting opposing, and then this one guy was like, I'm not even going to fight him right now. I'm just going to come in when he's almost dead. And then when he's almost dead, he comes in, and he's like, hey, look, I got the drop. Like, it's stupid. No, don't do that crap. Everybody should get some experience if they put a lot of effort into it. Even share is communism. Experience and chance at the drop is shared equally between anyone who is damaging the monster, as opposed to fair share. It's like, you do more damage, you have more of a chance. So even share would be my second choice, but fair share is certainly my first. And the person who does the most damage getting the drop? No, because that means if there was a really strong person, they're higher level, you're guaranteed they're going to beat you every single time. So I don't like that option either. So fair share would be my vote as well, and it looks like it's getting the vote. So smart people. Should experience between party members be split evenly regardless of level? I say yes. 80.3% votes yes. 19.7% votes no. I don't see why that shouldn't be. It'll be harder to level up. It just makes it more difficult to level up. If you're in a party, you're pretty much saying, hey, I'm going to help level you up, and that's basically what you're doing. Instead of, it still makes it harder for the person who's a lower level. They might as well not even be in the party. Should there be a gold wipe? 62.7% yes, 37.3% no. Interesting one, how most players are actually voting yes to this. That's a surprise. At first, I considered yes on this because, so much money could have been obtained from autoing and stuff from before, so it's just millions of gold lying around doing nothing, but, the more I think about it, the more it seems like a bad idea. Some people could buy a bunch of items, and then when the gold wipe comes, then they sell those items back. It's things like that. People will find ways around it, and some people will rise up being rich just because they bought items, like buying stock or something. So, I don't think that's a good idea. But it didn't get 2/3 of the votes quite yet, so technically it's not considered. And as far as I know, Sausage doesn't want to do this either. Should there be an item wipe? 23.7% yes. Percent? 76.3% no. I don't think there should be an item wipe either. Again, you might think like, oh, people got it from autoing. We're only like 40, 50 total players, maybe a little bit more than that, 70. There's probably about 80 active players right now, maybe. That's completely guesstimating, but, if more people start playing, why would we just remove all of our items? We're not even that many players yet anyway. I don't see the point to removing the items. I just don't see it. Should there be a total item and stat wipe? 24.4% yes, 75.6% no. All tradable items would be wiped from characters, excluding lore items. Stats on all accounts would be reset to 0 and placed back on Noob Island. I don't see why, honestly. I mean, I guess you could say because all the items are getting different and stuff, and that's why he wants a fresh start, because some of us got certain items really easy ways. Like, there's certain items that used to be able to buy in the shop, and they're pretty useless. Someone might have one lying around, and then he makes it really good. He makes it hard to get. Well, guess what? That person just got that item a really easy way. Like, oh, look at that. So I guess I see the point to removing the items, but at the same time, I think the cons outweigh the pros in this case, so I'm going to vote no on this as well, which I did. That's what I believe, but I could see the other side of the argument. I get it. Should a transport NPC be added to Avon and major hubs? Yes, it would be a person who teleports you for a fee, kind of like a scroll, but it's a person who does it. 84.4% yes, 15.6% no. I don't see the reason why not to, other than, I guess, scrolls or something. Like, you might think, oh, scrolls will be useless. They won't be useless. They'll just teleport you to different places. I see that as a very good way to make transportation easier. Should an arena reward system be added? I wanted to vote no on this. I wanted to say no. I think I did vote no, actually. But it's 88.6% yes and 11.4% no. Like, you would get tokens for winning certain items. Each win would give you a gold token. Each kill would give you a silver token. And then you could get certain items in exchange for the tokens. And he said it may include a devil, a turtle, panda costume, unique accessory items in your charm slot. And then, I might get experience rewards, potions, valuable monster parts, stuff like that. So I could see that working. The reason I didn't want this to happen was because I think people could abuse the system. They get their friends and they go, okay, you kill me, okay, I kill you, oh, I got it, okay, now let's trade off, and they keep going until they all give each other a bunch of tokens. Like, that's the only reason I didn't want to do that, and I'm still kind of against it, but at the same time, I am for it, because that would be a really cool way to get, like, items that you need. Oh, I want some experience, or so it's like, it's worth your while, it's not just for fun. Now there's a point to it. So at the same time, I guess that is a good idea, and most people are for it anyway, so it's close to 90% yeses. Should teleport scrolls be more easily obtainable? No is 12%. Yes, more barbarians is 9.3%. Yes, more shops is 9.3%. Yes, do both is 69.3%. So they want more barbarians to exist, and they want the scrolls to be more obtainable in the shops. I don't see why not. That would be really fun if there were scrolls all over the place. Should Bazar staff be removed as a drop from Phoenix and replaced with a craft? It would most likely involve something like the Flathead staff, other ingredients dropped by Phoenix. Yes is 76%. No is 24%. I say yes as well, because it kind of drops fairly easily. It's a 1% drop rate, but you kill so many of them, eventually you'll find one, especially when there's not much competition right now. And it gives you a lot of intelligence and wisdom, so it's like one of those things, like, it shouldn't be that easy to obtain, I don't think, so, you know. Should currently rare tradable items be obtainable in-game in the future? Examples include nurse and doctor outfits, cook hats, Christmas hats, glasses, etc. Yes is 73.3%. No is 4%. No, but release Christmas hat is 22.7%. That's the one I listed. Or voted on. I kind of want them to remain rare, but most people want the items back in the game. But then, consider this. If they're back in the game, then you won't care to get them anymore. If they're everywhere and they're not that hard to get, if they're cosmetic, and they don't even look all that great anyway to begin with. It's like, why would you even care? Why would you even want that? Like, why I don't get it. It's like, oh boy, they're so easy to get now. And it's like, nobody's going to wear them anymore because everybody has them. Like, that's how I see it. So I would like to keep things rare, so there's kind of a cool factor to it. But anyway, should the PK area be made deadly, as in you drop all of your tradable items if you die there? 54.5% yes, 45.5% no. I vote no on this. That sounds really cool, makes it more risky, but that is just not fun. I don't think the aim of the game is to have fun. That's not fun. That can be dangerous. Some noob could wander in. Someone could wander in without knowing it and lose all their stuff. Some jerk steals all of it. It could be stuff that took them months to get. I don't see the point to doing that, so no. Not a good idea, I don't think. But it seems half the game's kind of seems like half the game kind of wants it there, though. I don't know. Should special skins / races be made available? 3.9% humans only, no more special skins. Events only is 20%, or 20.8%. Only give out special skins as potential event rewards. And then 75.3% votes game content. Release game content to unlock the special skins. Panda would be available via Quest and Anundo, etc. I don't see why not. I don't really care about skins. I don't like the other skins. I like the human skin, so it's weird how there's an orc skin, but whatever. How should titles be made available? No titles is 1.3%. Admin please is 9.2%, and admin has to give it to you, like old times. Events only, 18.4%. Admins can, it's kind of like the admins one, but it's from events, so whatever. Achievement unlock is 71.1%. Reward preset titles for completing in-game achievements, such as difficult quests, or as challenges with big requirements, as in trade in 100 claws. I could see that working. I like the event, or admin thing, but that works too. I don't see why not, you know. I just feel like if it's an achievement unlock thing, I feel like lots of people are going to get it really easily. Like, a lot of people will be walking around with that same title. And if you complete a quest, you know, it's like you already have a book that tells you your quest history, so, I don't know. I don't really care for that one, but whatever. Should custom guild ranks return? Yes, 88%. No, 12%. I don't see why not. Should more level restrictions be removed? Yes, 78.4%. No, 21.6%. Even just a couple little ones, like a level 4 area, or the haunted house, the nut vipers, the dragons. I think they should be removed. I don't see a point to having level restrictions to begin with. I mean, it's so much better now that almost all of them are gone. But I don't see the point to having them. Like, here, think of it this way. If a noob wanders into a place he shouldn't be wandering into, not the PK arena, not talking about that. They wander a place they shouldn't be into, they should die because, you know, the monsters are really strong, and that's the level restriction. You're like, oh, maybe I should be a higher level before I come back here, or have better equipment, and be a higher level, something like that. And that's what tells you what the level restriction is, not just a number that says, no, you can't even try to go to this place, screw you, you know? So, I think level restrictions shouldn't exist in that sense. Should XP rates be doubled? Yes, 86.3%. No, 13.7%. I say yes as well. Think about how long Endless takes to train, and think about how long it takes to level up. It's dreadful. Everybody complained about that before, so why not make it easier to level up and make it more rewarding? You know, it'll still be slow to level up. Don't get me wrong. It's not, instead of getting a half star, you'll get a 4 star. That's still going to take kind of a while. See what I'm saying? It's not going to be like, oh, we just leveled up 30 times in one day. It's so easy now. This sucks. No, I think it would be better if it was doubled, because Endless is notorious for being very, very, very slow to level up, and I don't see why not. Should equipment gain level requirements? Yes, 36.5%. No, 63.5%. I would say yes on this one, even though the majority is saying no. But here's why. Here's my point. See, when items tend to not help you out as much when you're at a higher level. If you're a really, really high level and you're already doing like 40 and 50 damage without any items on, what is a Twin Blades going to do? It's not going to do that much. Like, let's say 40 to 50 damage. Okay, now I do 42 to 60 damage. That's still a lot better, but it's not going to be super noticeable. If you're already doing so much damage, just adding a little number doesn't help as much. It'll help you a ton when you're a lower level. It'll literally like make you seem like you're double the level just by holding an item. Yeah, that's what they do. But as you get into a higher level, they don't matter as much. So my point is, there should be items that do give you a lot of stats. Like I'm talking like, I don't know, 8 to 16 damage, maybe higher, like 10 to 20, like crazy numbers like that, with level restrictions on them, level requirements on them. Like, you have to be at least level 20 to hold this item. You got to be level 30 to hold this item. 30 might seem a little high, but again, if experience is doubled, it's like trying to get to level 15 is like getting to level 30. So trying to get to level 50 would be like trying to get to level 25, which takes quite a while. 25, that's a hard level to get to. I think the highest I ever got was maybe 28 or something, and that was playing for a long time. Maybe 30, but that's pushing it. 28, 29, something like that. It takes a long time, so trust me. Getting to the max level would take forever. So consider that. Make items that give you really, really high stats in them. Very, very high stats. Do that, and then put level requirements on it. Like, you have to be a high level. Because if you were like a level 5 holding that thing, you'd be like almost a level 10, almost close to like 15 just by holding the weapon. You know, if you have a really high stat weapon like that existed. So that wouldn't be fair. If you're already a really high level and you're holding that, then it gives you a considerable upgrade, but doesn't like multiply your level by a whole lot either. So it actually makes a difference, dude. That's the only reason I think certain weapons should require level requirements on them. Does that make any sense at all? I mean, at first, I know it sounds like a bad idea. Like, I don't know, I don't want to do that. But like, if you really think about it, I don't see the problem in it. I think it's a very good idea to have level requirements on certain weapons. So anyway, that's a very long video, but that's all the polls on game.eoserve.net. What I think about them, what I voted, and what is their current poll percentage on them. So what do you think? Anything that stands out to you that are like, I think it's a bad idea, or, oh, I think that it is a good idea? Let me know.